John, are we live? Are we live, John? Can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me back there? Oh, there's people in here. Hi, it's Friday night. Friday night, Friday night. It is Friday night. Hello to everyone. Down in Australia, up in Canada, even the guys in Miami, Florida. Well, welcome to Friday night. This is Friday night, right? Just checking. Yeah, my computer says Friday, June 23. And let me just take a quick peek. Dang. I'll get it right. Every time I go to hit that Nikon Z6, I go to sign off the air. Gotta get rid of that folder. Jeez. Welcome. Which camera am I on? You are welcome in the Christmas room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on a Friday night adventure. The old commercial it is 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Well, that was back when they had problems with children. But now they've reintroduced the paddling rule and the detention rule. And you can actually make kids take tests. And if they don't pass the test, they don't get passed anyway. The whole world has changed. And then I woke up. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see everybody. Let's see. Why is this thing wobbling around? Why are we wobbling? I don't like do you like a wobbling microphone? I don't like a wobbling microphone. So I see Scotty and Woody and Jeff and Scotty. All right. So wait, there's some interesting news going on here. Tonight's meal will be chili and grilled cheese sandwiches. Line up at Peter's Kitchen. It's all you can eat. Punch and silverware at the end of the line. Well, where is my chocolate smoothie? If I don't get a chocolate smoothie, I'm not going to leave a tip in the tip basket. That's all there is to it. But I was just communicating with Woody a few minutes ago, actually, and I was wondering if something... oh, wait a minute. Not a good evening. As of 30 minutes ago, my Z8 came today. And checked the serial number, and it has to go back for repair. Something to do with some lens not connecting properly. I had one that gave me trouble. Oh, God. You had a lens that already gave you trouble? Is that what you're saying? Well, can you play with it for the evening? You're not gonna truck down to FedEx tonight. Well, it's a weekend. So I guess you will have to send it back. But don't use that lens and tell me what kind of trouble it actually had. I would be curious as heck. Let's see. If I had your phone number handy, I would actually call you. Do not post your phone number on the public forum. So it's in the other computer. But I would talk to you to find out what is going on with the lenses. So I'll tell you what. Let me double check something really quick. Okay. Yes, I do have AOL on this computer. So as soon as it loads up, I'll have AOL. All right. So it's not what I wanted. I'm trying to get away. Okay, so I have Peter Gregg online, and I have Woody. Okay, so Woody, start again, Peter. Think before you talk, okay? All right, I will. All right, so Peter Gregg online at AOL.com. If you want to talk to me, I will not put you on speakerphone unless I get permission. Okay, and if you don't want to be on the speakerphone, I could talk to you and relay the information kind of like telephone. Woody says such and such. So email me at petergreggonline at AOL.com. All right, send me your telephone number, and I will call you with my cell phone. Also, tell me in the email where you send me your phone number, where you're willing to talk on the speakerphone so they could hear it in this mic, or you prefer not to, and I will do whatever you say. But I think it's pretty interesting information to actually know what's going on with a brand spanking new Z8. Don't you think that's broadcast worthy? Broadcast worthy? Okay, let me check. Do I have the mics on? Yes. So you know what that means, Woody? When they come in and there's a problem, it's gonna be a blessed camera. When we get a new refrigerator, a new air conditioner, and bust it right out of the box, you just know the devil is trying to screw you over. And none of us are going to let that happen. We are all going to be praying just for you. Send me. Oh, let me check my email. I have to check and see if I got any email. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so let me move all these emails out of here so that I can see if Woody sends me something. He's going to send me his telephone number so I can call him to find out why his brand spanking new Z8 has to go back. What in the world is that about? Holy moly. Yeah, I can say that again. Holy moly. All right, so nothing has come in, and I will just patiently wait. Or I could click Get Mail. Yeah, let's do that. I want to talk to Woody. I want to find out why in the world Woody's camera has to go back. And then I will tell you why it has to go back. All right, so meanwhile, back to the show. So the news is Woody got a new camera. Do you know what it is? Do you know what Woody got? I'll tell you what he got. My Z8 came today. Whoa, brand spanking new Z8. And check the serial number. And it has to go back for repair. Something to do with some lens not connecting properly. I had one that gave me trouble. So we're going to find out about that if Woody is able to send me his phone number, and then I will call him. Or I could send him mine. Oh, I can't do it because I'm live on the air. In case I haven't noticed, I am live on the air. So Jeff is here. Jeff, what camera do you like better? No, I'm just kidding, Jeff. Hello, Peter and everybody. I hope everybody had a great week. Were you busy this week? What went on in Australia? Yard makeover starting to take shape. My son is wonderful. Such a blessing to have him. So you have a son that is actually helping you out with a yard makeover. What's he doing? Is he a kid, a child, a teenager, a grown man, married with children, and you're a grandpa? Or is he a teenager and you're a grandpa? Sorry, Jeff. I guess my energy seems to be okay tonight. It's got to be that food that Scotty brought. So, and I also want to know about your yard makeover. However, we can't call from Australia to here. It costs way too much. But you could tell me a little bit about it, and I would be glad to know. Okay, Scotty says, coming this November, the Lumix S5 Mark III. Is that a joke or is that something that's really happening? Because that would be very interesting. As a matter of fact, I'll pack this camera and send it back right now. And we'll just use, I got a Nikon 10D, not Nikon. What's the other brand? That little tiny one? I will just use the Sony because maybe they'll have fixed a couple of things. So if that's a joke, not a good joke, Scott. That's not a good joke. Say it's a joke. That's serious stuff. I need to make a video about that. Are you kidding me? Lewis, baby, back. We. Oh, I read that backwards. Lewis, we back, baby. I love you. Well, Woody hasn't sent me his phone number. Oh, wait a minute. He sent me something. He did. You can put me on speaker. Okay, so let's call Woody. It starts with 911. No, I'm just kidding. So Let's see what we got here. So we're going to find out why Woody's brand spanking new Z8. I need to stop saying numbers while I'm dialing a phone. Okay, so I'm calling you, Woody, right now. After I make the connection, I'll double check with you and make sure that it's okay to go. Are you there, Woody? There you go. I have permission to put you on speakerphone? Are you okay? If you're not, I'm not going to push you if you're not. Okay, let me touch the button. Audio speaker. Okay. All right. So lower the volume so we don't get a feedback from the broadcast. And we'll just.
Did that already.
You did that already. All right. The man is on the ball. So what the heck is going on with the Z8? They have a recall or something?
Yeah, it came out later on this evening. I was just looking at stuff on YouTube and saw something about it. And the guy showed you how to check your serial number and all that. And I did that. And mine was one of the numbers.
Okay, so did you actually have the problem happen, or you're just aware of it?
Yeah, sort of. I had one lens that gave me a little bit of trouble. I've got an old 10 to 24 DX lens from Nikon, and that particular one, I had a little bit of trouble with it.
Is it on an FTZ?
All the rest of my Nikon lenses were fine. Even my Tamron lens was fine.
Oh, okay. So what was it? A 10 to 24? But, did you say DX?
Yeah, I have a lot of crop sensor lenses.
Right.
Because I had two cameras that were crop sensors.
Yeah, the D500, right?
Yeah, the D500, and I had a 7100 before that. So.
Okay, so it's not an emergency where it's got to go back Monday morning, right?
Well, yeah, I'd like to, because from what this guy said that I saw on YouTube, it sounds like it may be quite a few that will be going back. So the quicker you get it in, hopefully the quicker you get it back.
Yeah, that's true, because there'll be a backlog. All right.
Yeah.
So do you know, where do you have to send it? Just out of curiosity. I haven't had to ship a Nikon camera back.
I didn't pay any attention to the label. It's got Nikon on it, so I can look it up if you need me to. But,
no, that's not important. I didn't know, because you're somewhere in Virginia, if I remember?
Yes,
Okay, so if it's going to New York, that's not bad. That's a one-day trip.
Yeah.
But if it's going to California, okay, it's going to take 4 days to get there.
Yeah, no, I think mine goes to New York, but I've got a UPS store right down the road from me, so hopefully they're open tomorrow.
It's a little bit heartbreaking, right? You get a brand new camera, you're all excited, and then bam.
Yeah, because, I set it up today, and I think I've taken about 100 photos. And, just right out of the camera, the photos look just wonderful.
Oh, yeah. What's the experience with the photos that you did take? Because other than Roy, I don't know anybody else that's got a Z8, and I can't talk to him, but I could talk to you.
Yeah, well, I set my cameras up to shoot RAW to the PCIExpress and JPEGs to the SD card. And when I pulled the RAWs up, I said, gosh, I could just leave these alone just like they are.
Oh, that's excellent.
They were that good.
Is there a quick way to switch back and forth between full frame and crop sensor mode?
Yes, it is.
You can do it quickly?
You can do it quickly, but the camera looks like it automatically senses it when you put a DX lens on there.
Oh, well, that's good. That would be my next question. The reason I asked the first question is because I'll use like a prime lens, and then I'll take it over and go to a crop sensor mode, and where I get two lengths out of the same lens. But if you can't change it quickly, let's say you're at Carly's birthday party or something, and you could change it quickly, that's a big plus. But if it's like a 3-minute deal, that's not so easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, my biggest worry today was my Tamron lens. I thought, that was going to be the one that would probably cause me problems, but that worked like a champ when I plugged it in.
That's good. So the Tamron is which one?
I got a 70 to 200 G2.
7200. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Awesome lens.
I'm sorry you have to
Thank
send
you.
it back, but let's see how long it takes for them to get it. I guess you were like so excited. I wasn't sure you were going to get it today or not because you were telling me you got something else in. Was it a lens or something?
Well, no, that's that new lens. It's not coming out till like August.
Oh, so you could have waited a little bit for that one. Okay.
Yeah, but my UPS guy, I can set my watch fine. He hits my street at 3 o'clock every day, and he showed up at my front door. It was like 3:01.
Okay, so is he going to pick the camera up, or you got to go down to the FedEx store?
No, I'll just take it to the FedEx, to the UPS store.
UPS store? Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Do you have any other experience you want to say about the camera that you were surprised that, wow, I didn't expect that, or any other disappointment other than the fact that the serial number is?
Well, I was pleasantly surprised with the EVF on it. I've been hearing a lot of people say it takes time to get used to it. I mean, I just snapped right on it. It was that quick. No problem whatsoever.
What is it you're talking about?
The electronic viewfinder?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some
I've had
people say something about it. Is there something supposed to be wrong with it?
No, it's just everybody says if you're coming from a DSLR like I have, they say a lot of people have problems adjusting to that.
Really?
And it was instantaneously for me, no problem whatsoever.
I've got a Nikon Z6 here, and I've got, of course, the new Panasonic S5 II, and they both have viewfinders. They're both mirrorless. I haven't had one iota from any brand at all, which made me raise my eyebrows when I heard about that, because it's like, what were they expecting? I mean, it looks clear. You do get a blackout for a second, okay, on some of them, not a full second. Unless, well, you don't have a mirror in that camera. I just remembered. Okay, never mind.
Right. Yeah. But that part of it is so cool. You can just look, through that viewfinder and change your exposure because you see what you get. So
that's excellent. Well,
yeah,
congratulations, not only from me, but I think from all of us. Sit back and enjoy the rest of the show. And thank you for letting me talk to you on the air. I don't think we have a lot of people here. Oh yeah, we do. We got 11, so that's not doing too bad. And we even have two thumbs up. So
that's cool.
So you can go back. If you hurry back, you'll get to hear the tail end of you talking, because it's got like a 40-second delay through YouTube.
Okay.
Thanks, Woody. God bless you, bud. God bless you. Take care.
Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye. So that is Woody, and God bless that young man. He got himself the Z8, and that is exciting news. But it is in a recall, so they got to fix something on that camera, and that means he's got to ship it back. So such is life. What can I tell you? So what was I reading over here? Lewis is saying, please pray for my classmates. They lost their 3-year-old daughter. Wow, so they have a child that's been there with them for 3 years. And her name is Lilo, and she passed away, the 3-year-old, from a heart condition. She is now with Jesus. Coco and Jingles, and my cousin Robin, who died last week. And somebody else passed away. I don't remember who it was. Well, Lewis's, who was it, a classmate or something that you said that had done a really bad thing and lost his life? So let's keep all these guys and their families, really, because those that have gone on to be with in heaven, they're fine. The ones that are left behind, hopefully you're nice and solid, and if you're not, then you're hurting. So we'll keep you in our prayers. So let's get back to the show. We prayed. We pray right now for the classmate, Lilo's parents, and that family, that in Jesus' name, that Jesus, you just give that family peace right now, because that's what they need. In Jesus' name we pray over them. And all of us that agree, say amen. All together, amen. Okay, so you could tell your classmates that they got prayed for live on the air. Okay, so there's a certain joy knowing that your child is in heaven. The bad part is that your child is not here. So thank you, Lewis, for bringing that to our attention. That is a good thing for people to do. And we need to have prayer. We'll do it. I am not going to shy back from prayer. Okay. So Scotty says, Lewis, that is heartbreaking. Yep, I agree with you, Scotty. So Kyle, Subcultured Outcast. Hi, Peter. We had a storm. Oh, boy, a bad storm. And I saw you sent me a picture of what you ate for dinner. That looked good. Was that mashed potatoes smothered with sour cream or something? What was underneath the white stuff? Okay, that looked delicious. So you're having another storm over there. He's in the Oklahoma. Kyle is in the Oklahoma area where they have storms. So Jeff says, so sorry to hear this, Lewis. And that is it's a sad thing. And that's why we pray for Lilo's mother and dad. To lose a 3-year-old, that means you got to hold the baby, you got to love the baby, and then you got to watch the baby leave earth and go to heaven. But thank God she's in Jesus' hands. And that is a blessing, even though it might not feel like one right at this moment. So Kyle says, we had a storm today and almost lost power. Well, Kyle has another channel, Subcultured Outcast, called Hail of a Storm. Not hell, hail, like the heavy stuff that comes down. And he records storms, the whole shebang. And they are pretty good. Kyle does a really good job. Lewis says, thank you, lovely friends. I love you all. You are my family. Yep, we are family. Okay, so emails sent. And we spoke to Woody already, and we found out what is going on there. Oh, let me shut this down because it's taking up resources. So I will shut down. All right. Carlos is here all the way from California. When did you get in, Carlos? Oh, there you are. I was looking for you over there, but Meg is over there and you're over there. Hi, Peter and everyone. Hi, Carlos. Love you. Thank you for saying hi. I don't know if you got to go back to work. It is Friday. Okay, so Woody said he's going to turn the volume off, which he did. Smart man. Very smart man. Double we back, baby. Lewis, you've got your psychologist giving you a we back, baby. Now that's big news. And that's good. Thanks. Carlos, tell Meg I said hi, okay? A big hello to Meg from Peter. She doesn't, I'm not pushing her to get on, just tell her that she's loved too, okay? So Charles is here. Hello, Peter and gang. After I logged off I came up last night, and I logged off and up popped Charles's hello. So I was gone. We're gone, baby. We not be back, baby. We gone, baby. Okay, so I did see you, but it was too late to respond. So it was such a joy to take this camera, put it back on, go to C3, and actually be back in business. No tuning, no checking, no nothing. So that's what bothered me about the R6. But like I have said, I figured out how to beat that one. So I had a winner there also. So my R6 has its new home. at Randy's place, and he's driving around all night with it, okay? And the S5 Mark II, the S52 bomber, which is the one I just came from, is over here. Now, when we get back to the S52, I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm gonna do what I did last night. So here's Roy. Hi, Roy. How you doing? All the way down in Australia. And I love it when Roy comes on. Roy says, you do get blackout on most DSLMs while it writes to the card. So DSL mirrorless instead of DSLR reflex. So that's what I call them. So he calls it MLKs. I'm calling it DSLMs. Digital single lens mirrorless. So Kyle for dinner had mashed potatoes with butter and sour cream. That was sour cream, okay? And pork chops. Well, I had baby back ribs. Where's Baby Back Maniac when I need him? He's in Texas. I made keto baby back ribs. And I was expecting, wow, was it good? I just finished eating 15-20 minutes ago. So my tummy is full. I got lots of energy, and we are ready to rock and roll. So first of all, thank you to everybody for being here tonight. I love each and every one of you. You are all family to me. You know something? At Adorama, you know, I keep telling you guys to click on the link just to go read comments, but clicking on the link, we have 10 times as many links on Adorama, and it has to be you. It has to be you that did it. All of you have gone over in the description, and you've clicked on an Adorama link. It says howl, like the wolf howls. I said owl before, but the owl doesn't howl. The owl just rhymes with howl. It's the wolf that howls. So that's the link for Adorama's affiliate links. So when you click on that, they keep track of who comes from my show, which I didn't know that before. So I explained all that last night on the impromptu Carlos style. Just turn the camera on, start jabbing, just talk. And that's, I seem to do that okay, to be honest with you. So more than 10 times as many clicks at Adorama as I have gotten at B&H. So I explained last night. I'll just repeat it. B&H said that I really wasn't getting enough business for them, and therefore they didn't want to send me equipment free of charge anymore. I could buy it, which of course I can't buy it, okay? So I have figured out that they keep track. Amazon keeps track. Adorama keeps track. Newegg, because I think in the links there's an external SSD drive that I was looking at, but the price just went up. But anyway, it's a link to Newegg, and anything you buy at Newegg for 24 hours, I'll get credit for it. And if you just click on the link and go to Newegg and just shop around and don't buy anything at all, I'll get credit for it. And if you click on one of the Howl links for Adorama, I will get credit for that. Not monetary credit, but they keep track of what YouTubers produce. Now, don't go, spamming them. Just when you remember, go into any one of my latest videos, find a Howl link, click on it, and just look around for a while. They will keep track of, they have these things called cookies, okay? So they will keep track that you came from my link. That's how they're going to know. When you click on my link, the cookies whatever cookies keep track of whatever you do, I guess, that it will actually say you came from Peter Gregg's live show. So it's because of you that we have a lot of clicks. So you're the ones that did it. So I owe you a thank you for that. A big thank you. Keep it up. Just do it on a regular basis. Okay. So Jeff says his son is a young man grown the rock garden for some cactus. Put down some turf. Oh, he's a young man. He's all grown up. He put rocks in the garden for some cactus, put down turf, concrete, as I am partly disabled. Well, your son is what they call a blessing. And God bless him right now. I pray God just bless him for being there and helping you, Jeff, with whatever it is that you need. Okay? And that's a blessing for you, too. So you growed him up good. You did. You growed him up good. So that is excellent. So Kyle says, Hail of a Storm. Okay, so that is the channel where he records the storms. And that is very cool. I actually will put them on and fall asleep to a storm. If I'm not listening to Sweet Sleep, I'm listening to Hail of a Storm. And it's lightning and it's thundering. So if you're afraid of lightning and thundering, don't go watch. But if you like that and it relaxes you, go watch. So, excuse me. Well, I did just eat. So, I'm sorry, I burped. Hi there, David. How you doing, big guy? I love you. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. You got a weekend coming up. So, David is 365 days of surfing. He couldn't fit the rest of it in. So, days of, okay, so 365 days of surfing. The boy is a surfer, but he's also a hair stylist, in-demand hair stylist. Beautiful, wonderful personality. The guy has got a wonderful personality. I guess on weekends is when people will get their hair styled, and they usually like to go back to their same stylist over and over because they build a rapport with the person. It's like, oh yeah, David knows just what to do with my hair. Or the same thing with Steven. If I was up in New York, I would go see Steven, right, David? Or if I was in California, I would go see David. I'd give him a big hug, and he'd look around. No, don't hug me in front of everybody. Oh, come here, let me give you a hug. So, and then I'd say, make me look good. No, make me look better than that. And you know something? David can do that because I've watched him. I've watched him do some hairstyling over there. The women just flock all over him. And some of the guys too. David, you better watch out. So Roy is talking to, oh yeah, we got the Roy and the Jeff thing going. One of you two guys need to have a show, because I got a feeling, Shane has got a Geeky Nerdy Techie, and he's in Australia, all right, and he came on the show last night. So one of you guys, since you know each other, should do a live stream also. Roy, I know you could go on. I don't know if Jeff will go on or not, but I know he's got a photography business, so he's not afraid of cameras. But Roy, I've seen you over and over, so you're up there. You might get a nice Australian following. So Roy says, Randy does like driving. Well, I kind of like watching him. It's like getting in the car and riding along with him, except I'm watching it on camera, laying out in my bed. Oh, you noticed? I could do this now, and I'm not getting... watch the Christmas lights. So you see? It's not what do they call it? Breathing or anything. Because, here, let me show you. I turned on the eye detection, which is in another part of the S52. All right? So let's freeze this camera for a second. Okay, stay right there at 18 seconds. No, I don't like 17 seconds. No, I don't like 16 seconds. No, I don't like 15 seconds. All right, we'll buy 15 seconds. Oh, I can take the mic with me. Yeah. I don't have to say, I'll be right back. I'll go with you. I'm going to turn on so you could see where it's not a clean HDMI. Well, I could be explaining it while I'm walking. So I can walk over here. I can put my chin in the camera. I can come here and I can go one and done. All right. So now I have it so you can actually see. You could see the screen. Okay. So if I look in the camera like this, it'll find my eye and it'll put a bullseye. Let's put this back over here so I don't overmodulate. I hate it when I overmodulate. It's a terrible thing. Okay, so now you could see. Now, if I go and I turn off the zoom real quick. Let's turn off the zoom. 1, 2, 3, off. Okay. Nope. I have to unlock the camera first. Okay, so the camera was locked. All right. So now you get to see the whole screen, because when I enlarge it, some of it will leave. Okay. So on the bottom here, you can see the ISO. So what ISO am I shooting at? It's right there. That's the ISO. Okay. I don't know what that, oh, it looks like, it's hard to see from here. It looks like the cards. It's telling me there's no card in the camera, which is true. There's no card in the camera. Okay. Over here, I have no idea. It's too far to reach. I have no idea what that blinking is. That might be if I was recording, it would show me the recording time maybe. You think that's what that does? And then it's showing me the battery, which is right there. Now if I come back over here, all right, let's play a game. What f-stop am I using? Very good, f-stop 1.2. And what's the shutter speed? If you say 180th of a second, wrong answer. That means that it's a shutter angle of 180. All right, so that means if I put this on P mode, it will always keep a 180 degree shutter angle, which is twice whatever the shutter speed is. So on P mode, the shutter could change, but you still need to keep a 180 degree shutter. So on this camera, which has got a lot of movie features, I can actually set it to 180 degree shutter, and then I don't have to worry. If I'm in 30p, it's going to be 1/60th of a second. Okay, if I'm in 24p, it'll actually be 1/48th of a second, because it's not married to the shutter speeds anymore. Now the camera will actually do 180 degree shutter. And then over here, it's showing you that I'm in the movie mode. I'll get it. All right. And then you got stuff across the top. It's showing you that I'm in, what does that say? Can you guys read it? I think it said, well, I know I'm in the natural mode, so I'm assuming that is saying natural. I have no clue whatsoever what that says. I can't make that out for the life of me up there. All right. And I'm in the APS-C mode, which means I'm in the crop mode, because this is a 50 millimeter. And I don't want to zoom that strongly. And then there's something over here, and I don't know what that means. Okay. Now on the screen, if I look at the camera, you'll see the, like Roy said last night, the gold box means we're golden. Okay. So the gold box is around my face, and it is doing face detection. Yay. Okay. So that means if I put my hands out, it's not going to grab my hands. It's going to stay on the face. But if you look carefully, you'll also see a bullseye or a crosshair across my eye. So if I go like this, let's take this off. If I go like this, it's this eye. If I go like this, it actually knows which is the closest eye. So very smart camera. Focus system got like 10 times better, and it was good to begin with when I found to turn the eye detection on. So the eye detection's in the wrong place in the menus, because you have the ability to go animal, human, animal, boats, planes, Superman. I don't know. I call it Superman mode. Okay. So it could find, all kinds of things. And you should be able to turn the eye detection on there. And if you can, I didn't find it. Let's put it that way. All right. So, but I took the camera to bed with me. No, nothing happened. Okay. Honest, Dad, we didn't do anything. So I took the camera to the living room, and while I was recording, when the camera first came in, I heard thunderstorms, and I said, oh, let's go outside and walk around in the thunderstorm. So I did. And both of those videos are up on the big channel. And then I didn't put it back up here right away, but before I took it off, I saved the settings. Yeah. Okay. So I saved the settings. So when I did that, I took it in my bedroom and I went to bed. I started playing with all the menus because I knew if God willing the bridge isn't up, okay, or the creek isn't down, or whatever the saying is, I knew that I could just put it back to C3. So I have Christmas 3. All right. So the C3 setting on the top dial is the settings for this room. Now, if I take the camera off and I go to Roy's house, or I go to Scott's house, or if I go to Lewis's house, okay, I could just adjust the camera to any way I want, and I could fix it up, and then when I come back here, I don't have to use this sheet, because just for safety, I wrote all the settings down, okay? So you want to know what the settings are? Well, I'm not going to tell you. Yes, I will. So the contrast is turned down. Saturation is turned up. Yes, the saturation is turned up by 2 clicks. Sharpness is turned up, which is surprising, right? Because normally when you have a face, you want to turn the sharpness down. That's a trick that you can use. So the reason the sharpness is turned up is because the 50 millimeter 1.2 L lens is not as sharp, but it's creamier. So you can punch through that where it's dulled down a little bit by raising your sharpness, and you can get this doesn't look not sharp to you, does it? Okay, so let's turn the zoom back on and lock down the camera so I don't mess things up. All right, so I zoomed the picture a little bit in Ecamm, so now it made it bigger and you can't see the bottom of the frame anymore, but you can see the gold box around. All right, my ISO is at 250. Oh, you saw all this, I forgot. And my aperture is at 1.2. The color temperature is 3000, the K temperature, and I have where C3 gives you 3 additional settings. So you have the regular C1, C2, C3. When you put it to C3, it gives you 3 more. So C1 is clean HDMI. You guys have heard that term, correct? You've heard clean HDMI. So clean HDMI is where you see nothing that's going on. I call it the back room, okay? But when I turn clean HDMI off, you get to see what's going on. All right, so let's turn it off again, and we'll finish up the show without you looking at my golden halo all night long. All right, so and this is how quick it is to change it. I come over here, I click, I go to C3, I click, and it is done. Now I walk back, and my golden halo should be gone, and there it is, all gone. No golden halo anymore, because now the camera is set to the preset, which includes clean HDMI, like all the other cameras. So now we can set the 15 seconds loose. You watch over it's 15, you're going to see it go. Ready, aim, go. Okay, there we go, 14 seconds. Now the cameras are going to switch again all by themselves. And let's lock the camera, and one and done. So Randy does like driving. Roy is talking about Randy. Yes, he does, but I enjoy watching him. What about the R2 or D2? Well, there's an R6. There's an R3. I don't know what a D2 is, and I don't believe there's an R2. So tell me the camera that you're interested in. And tell me where you want to use it, David. You know, I don't want to just say, yeah, I like that camera. I'll tell you right now, if it's a Canon or an Nikon, I like the camera, okay? But tell me what you're going to do with it, and I can help, because I have seen some of your videos, and I can give you an opinion. Not a P-pinion, but an opinion. Element O-P, okay? So, hi, Peter. This is Meg. Hi, Meg. Good to see you. Thank you. And she's serving me green tea. She's my green tea buddy. I found hibiscus tea. Have you ever tried that one? I'm only saying it because I've been having a cup of hibiscus tea every day. I hope it's doing me good. So that would be kind of important for it to do something good for me. I read that it does help with magnesium or something like that. And so I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the green tea, the hibiscus tea. Magnesium, and I'm trying to think of what else it does. Oh, it's supposed to have a calming effect. So I drink a nice cup of not green tea. I was drinking green tea. Now I'm drinking a hibiscus tea. And it's red. It's very interesting. So when I put heavy cream in there, yes, I'm one of those. I use heavy cream. What can I tell you? Sue me, okay? No, get in line. You can't sue me. So it turns pink. So I feel like I'm drinking something pink like strawberry milk. Looks pretty cool. So David is saying hi to Randy, and Randy is right above David. Hi, everyone. Just read all of the comments to Peter's videos. Oh, you're reading a little book over there. Such nice comments. You know, I might not be somebody really big on the internet, but the people that watch me are very nice people. Now, I do have a filter on, so the F-bomb and the S-word and some other words won't make it, okay? They won't get displayed and stuff like that. But I get very few. I'm not famous enough to get the bad comments. Don't you leave me bad comments now. Okay, so... and that's why David was saying hi to you, Randy. Okay. So Scotty says, I think Randy should join Uber or Lyft. No, I don't want all those people in the car. Although Randy did take, I forgot which one. I think it was Lyft, or was it Uber? So before he got the new car, this the white car that he's in now, I call it the White Lightning. Randy was for like, 2-3 weeks, Randy? You had to take either Lyft or Uber to work. And Randy is like Mr. Friendly himself. Okay, so it's like he struck up a conversation with every single person. And now Randy has ridden in a Tesla twice, and I have ridden in a Tesla 0 times. So you guys, you've got me beat. Sammy has a best bud, and he has a Tesla. So I don't know what to tell you, okay? But they're out there. I see them on the highway. So Roy says, I meant MILC. Yeah, I said MILC. Okay, Jeff says, hey, Carl, what is mashed taters? It's mashed potato. And it's Kyle. Kyle. K-Y-L-E, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, somebody's saying hi to you. What is mashed taters? Well, when you're in the South, they're mashed taters. That's what you got in the plate with green beans. And mashed taters, that's what you got in there. And then you also get some biscuit gravy, and you pour it on your biscuit. And my, it tastes marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. It'll make you fat, too. It'll make you fat. Fat. We're over here. Okay. So, mashed potatoes. But... Kyle, answer the man. He wants to know what mashed taters are. Roy says, I have autocorrect. It can kiss my ass. You want to read something funny, Roy? Go look up autocorrect bloopers. Some of them will make me laugh so much it takes my breath away. I can't breathe. So one of them is talking to her mother-in-law, her husband's mother. And she said something, and it turned it totally pornographic. And she's saying it to her mother-in-law. And I made the mistake of stumbling on that site in the middle of the night. And I am laughing hysterically, waking up the whole freaking house. It is just amazing how funny that is. So Randy says, Scotty, actually the reason I drive so well is that if I had passengers, we would be interviewing them instead of what I am testing. Randy says, Whataburger, fries, and vanilla milkshake. Okay, so we know what Randy had for dinner. Whataburger hamburger, French fries, and vanilla milkshake. Did you dip the fries in the shake? Oh, I love when especially when they're extra salty. Oh my God, that is so good. And Randy's going like, who in the heck dips their fries in the milkshake? I do's. I dip. Oh, let's go. Okay. Roy says, we have things called cookies. They ate my house. The cookies ate your house. You're supposed to eat the cookies. So there we go. So you got to watch the... Did you like seeing the S52 with the yellow box around my face? Did you enjoy that, or was that a little bit too much? So now I got rid of it. You want it back? I'll put it. So David says, at least you don't have cookies. And Lewis is right up the road. He's waving at me. How you doing, Lewis? Hi, Aiden. How you doing, Aiden? Aiden, I'm singing to you now. Aiden, how are you tonight? Aiden, can you play the piano for me? Oh, Aiden, I love you, Aiden. So Aiden is Mr. Camera Junkie's special needs son. So he likes it when people sing to him. So I just sang to him. And I think he's 6 years old now. And he's getting to be bigger. The last time I saw him here, he was this big. Now he's that big. He's a lot longer. So that's what happens. Kids grow up. So hi, Lewis. Lewis will be on tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. You guys can tune in and see what is happening. So, Carlos, I was just going to ask you, how are you doing with the moving? So I know you got to move from point A to point B, and point B standing for better. That's what B stands for, better. So you went from to better. See, you could make a lemonade out of a lemon anytime. So he's setting up his new office, and he's playing me in the background. Instead of the radio, he's got Peter Gregg singing to people. Oh, I was singing to Meg. So, Meg, are you still there? I can sing to you, Meg, if you want a little more. She went away. Oh, wait a minute. I just had a brainstorm. If Meg is saying hi, she's there helping Carlos set up the store. Carlos has a new store, a brand new store, and Meg is there helping him set it all up. You know what you should have done, Carlos? You should have had a help me set it up party. All these people that come to you, I bet you they love you to no end. Okay? I know I love you. I love everybody in here, but we're picking on Carlos right now. So if you put out the bat signal, I would be over there helping you set up your new office. And now he's dusting things off, and he's looking at things and that were in the box, and he's going like, wow, I forgot I had that. Where am I going to put this? Got to put it in storage somewhere. Storage is great. That's why these storage centers are making out like a bandit. We are paying people. This is America now. We are paying people to store our stuff. We're giving them money. $1, $2, $3. I don't know what the storage centers cost now, but we're paying people to storage our stuff. If you don't need a psychiatrist for that, I don't know why you would need a psychiatrist, honestly. Yeah, I pay $200 a month to store my stuff. Well, how long? Well, I've had it in storage 3 years now. Oh my God, get a bigger house. Add a garage in your backyard, or a he shed, something shed. And there's like a 6-story storage building just down the block, prime location. You can't go in and buy anything. You can't buy a candy bar. Well, that's not true. They have like a concession stand. So while you're carrying your stuff in and out, they'll sell you a Coke or a coffee or a candy bar. And it ain't that only in America. You're not going to go to India or Pakistan. You're not going to go to China and find storage centers. There's something mentally wrong here. That's why we have psychologists. We have them for that reason. When you say to yourself, I need a storage place, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Oh, I got water. I need to remember to drink some water. So we know Roy is sitting at his computer in Australia. We know that Jeff is sitting at his computer in Australia. We know that Carlos is setting up his new office. We know that Woody is kind of listening and playing with his new Z8 because what a new toy to have. A new Z8? Yes, please, I'll take 2. Would I like the Z8 over this camera? Yes. Would I like the Z8 over the R5? No. Would I like the Z8 over the R6 Mark II? No. So what is it that's so appealing about the Canon cameras? Do you know what I miss the most from my R6? Is a mode called the FV mode. F like Frank, V like Victory. So you got AV for aperture, TV for time value. That's Canon's way of saying shutter. Okay. You got P for program. You got M for manual. This is on the dial on top. And the Canons have another one, an additional one. They have FV mode. Once I got used to FV mode, I miss it tremendously, hugely. Okay, so what does FV mode do? It's basically another version of P mode, okay, but it does it a little different. All of a sudden, right across the bottom of your screen, you'll get white rectangles. One stands for shutter speed, f-stop, compensation, ISO. Okay, so all those white boxes, they're not big, they're small, but you can read them. All right, all those white boxes are across the bottom of your screen. Now, you want to change your shutter? You don't turn your thumb if you're in shutter mode, or you don't go to the AV mode to change that. You just tap. You just tap and slide your finger, or you roll that wheel after you tap. Okay? And then it just sets your shutter speed. You want to change the ISO? Right, quick, just tap it. Roll your thumb. You want to change your aperture? Tap it. And each one will stay where you left it. And let's say you go like, well, I made a mess out of all these settings, and now I got to go back and change them all. No, you don't. Just hit the garbage can twice. Poop, poop. That's it. Boop, boop. All together now. Boop, boop. And it sets the whole camera back to automatic. Shutter, aperture, ISO, and compensation all set to automatic. Man, did I get used to that. So, who's dinging me? Oh, this is a friend of mine. Let's make sure there's no bad news here. Okay. All right, so... his mother is kind of like a grandmother to me, and she passed away 2 weeks ago. So he's sending me some newspaper clippings. So he doesn't know I'm live. He knows I'm on YouTube, but he doesn't know I'm live. So that is, I just got pictures of newspaper clippings. So she is like, she is not like, she is the wife of the priest that I grew up in church. Okay, so growing up in my teen years and in my 20s and my 30s, we had the same priest until he retired. So he became kind of like a grandpa to me. So I would get a call. He's Greek, okay? So we got the full Greek accent. Hello, Peter? Hello, Peter? Can you hear me? I can hear you, Father. How you doing? Peter, my computer is broken. Father, it's not broken. You just can't figure out how to fix something. No, it's broken. I click at the mouse. And it opens a new window. Okay, now I'm talking with the accent. All right, Father, I'll come over. How about if I come over this evening? Oh, Peter, thank you so much, Peter. God bless you. Okay, Father, bye-bye. Well, of course he's going to say God bless you. He's a priest. What do you think he's going to say? Okay, so I go over there. Now, the trick is when I go over there, it's something really dumb. Every time, it's dumb. All right? Dumber than that. The moose ran out of battery or something. All right? So it's that dumb. But she will have made a spread for me. Greeks are very hospitable. Okay? I'll have a bowl of strawberries and a can of ready whipped cream, and she will have made some instant pudding, and she knows I love the butterscotch pudding. Okay, so she will have a dessert feast from. You don't think I'm fat for nothing, do you? You think I'm just fat because I don't eat? I eat well, very well. I'm what you call a professional eater, a professional piggy, okay? I have been very successful at the seafood diet. If I see food, I eat it. Okay, so that's the priest's wife, and he passed away 5-6 years ago, but she just passed away a few weeks ago. So when I became friends with her son too, so they came down from Dayton, Ohio. And the boy was like 17, 18 years old. And he was just yanked away from all his friends. And he was walking with his face on the ground. He was like Depression City. So I would pick him up every night at 1 a.m. And Father was there and going, where are you guys going at this time? You're not allowed to go. We'll be back, Father. Don't worry about it. No, you can't go. You have to stay home. It's too late. We'll be back, Father. The car's running. I have to go. So now I just lied to the priest, okay? Bad Peter. So I would just drive with him for a half hour, 45 minutes. We'd joke. We'd laugh. He would tell me stories of his buddies and friends up in Dayton. He needed a pick-me-up, okay? So I took him out for night rides, like Randy's doing. Maybe that's why I like it so much. I never put it together. So I got all flustered there. Okay, so that's the son, and he's sending me pictures of his stuff from his mother in the newspaper. So, Carlos, I'm getting a little behind here, Carlos. No, I got a good size behind. Yep. Lewis is saying, how are you doing, Peter? You look so healthy. Well, guess what, Lewis? This is only between me and you. I think I'm in a new business. Shocking, right? And I didn't put myself in business. So if this business actually becomes something, God did it. All right? So what I did is I should have brought it in here, okay? Picture a bottle about that tall, okay? And it's got a little pss, 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 where it comes out like a mist. All right? So I made some colloidal silver. Now, I know this just went over everybody's head. So years ago, before the pharmaceutical companies took over the bodies of America, okay, and the rest of the world, they had different things, if you got sick, that they would use to treat you with. Oil of oregano is one of them. Peppermint is another. All kinds of stuff. And one of them was, and still is, colloidal silver. So colloidal silver is silver that if you put 99.999, okay, so it's not 99.9, but 99.999 pure silver. It's a medical silver. But, I mean, they make coins. Canada makes their coins at 99.999. The American silver dollar, okay, is 99.9. So the silver dollar you get from, from Canada, those are called leaves. What's the maple leaves, okay? The maple leaf silver dollar. All right, that silver is purer, okay? So there's this machine that I have, all right? And I'll be putting this on the kitchen channel. And it's 2 silver rods like this. This is a silver rod. This is representative of a silver rod. This is representative of a silver rod, okay? Now, you stick them in water, okay? And you put a positive charge here and a negative charge here. Now, they can't touch in the water. So you put them in water. Now, the little thingy that I have, you take the silver rod and you slide it into a slot. So it holds the rods apart perfectly. And then like an aquarium, like that guy right there. See how it's bubbles? And there's a light wheel at the bottom? Okay, so it sends bubbles. Well, this sends bubbles into the jar of water. And the reason that it's sending bubbles instead of having a stirring stick is for sterility. So now the water must be, and cannot be anything else but distilled water. It has to be 0 or 1 or 2 particle per million water, okay? So you put that in, and in 3 hours, you have silver water. So you could take and drink a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it twice a day. It's like taking an antibiotic. Not only that, it kills viruses. They use it, the liquid silver, what I'm talking to you about, when you go into a burn center. They use aloe, okay, and they use a liquid silver. You got silver gel. You could go find that on Amazon, silver gel for wounds and stuff. So I make this silver, all right? So I took the silver water and I filled up a spritzer that my mother had from years ago. And I washed out the spritzer really, 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 really good. I mean, I washed it out like 3 times, okay? And I filled it with, it's a 4-ounce jar, all right? 4-ounce spritzer. I filled it with 4 ounces of the silver water. And I put 2 drops of peppermint in it. Peppermint oil, essence oil. And that is to keep anything from going bad. It's silver water, so nothing should go bad anyway. But it also gives you a nice essence. So I spritz it on my face. Do you notice that Lewis says, "You look so healthy"? I've been spritzing silver on my face. Okay? And that's been making the red old people spots have been subsiding. All right? So my best friend's wife was here, and I just habitually sprayed my face with it. And she said, "What did you do? What did you just put on your face?" So I explained to her, and she says, "I want some." Okay, no problem. So I made a bottle for her. Okay, so she took it home. And then she called me about 4 days later. "Oh my God, Peter, I spritzed it on my girlfriend's child who's got acne all over the face. And there's a big difference. The silver, colloidal silver, is killing the bacteria that's making the acne." She says, "I need to order 2 more bottles." So she came over and gave me $100. $100. $100. Oh my God. That's going right towards that lens. Yeah, and if you want to donate towards that lens, there's a link down below. All right, use the PayPal link, and anything, we have $80. Now we have $180, okay? When we get up to 400 and $429, we're buying the lens for this camera. So anybody that wants to participate in that, go in the description below, click on the PayPal link, and give $5. Not going to hurt anybody, okay? And we'll start building up that fund for that lens. And then when I get the lens, I'll show it off. We'll have I'm going to buy the Sigma 16 to 28 L mount lens, 2.8. Okay. So anyway, I've sold 4 bottles of something that's not for sale. I don't know. Am I in a new business? Am I going to get calls from the girlfriend's daughter's mother, its friends, because spraying the face with colloidal silver is completely healthy. All it is silver particles that come off of those rods, and they're nanoparticles. They're microscopic. You can't see them. Okay, they're it's like spraying your face with water. But you know something? I could feel it on my face when I spray my face. So I do have a wound on my leg, and I've been spraying it, and the wound is almost gone. All right. So we're going to have Peter Gregg Silver Water. Silver bells, silver bells, Peter Gregg Silver Water. $40, 40 bills, you could spray yourself with silver. So anyway, what I do is I bring it up to over 15 ppm, okay, parts per million. So that means that the water now has 15 plus. So the one when I unplugged it, it had like 17 parts per million of real silver in the water. Okay, now these rods have to be replaced, but not for like a year or two. It's not like it's taking off microscopic parts because of the electricity that goes from rod 1 to rod 2. Okay, and the bubbling air keeps stirring it. And I made myself silver water for me, okay, because I was buying it on Amazon and I can't afford to anymore. So I said, well, I got this thing that will make the silver water. So, Louis, I might be in a new business that I wasn't in 2 weeks ago. And it's a surprise. That's the best kind of surprises from God. Something that you're not expecting at all. Oh, we hit the 11 o'clock. So let's get going here. Peter, you need to zip it and start doing your show. How are you doing, Peter? You look healthy today. So Jeff is talking to Roy. Louis says, I definitely need to get back into photography more. I take pictures every day on my phone, but it's been a while since I've been intentionally taking photos, Peter. It's a therapy, Louis. Even if you're happy, photography is a therapy. When I take this new camera, the S52, and I go out and take pictures, it feels good. It really does. And it makes you forget about everything. And it's a way to control your mind. So do it. Roy is talking to Jeff. I'm not ignoring you, Jeff and Roy. If it's a private conversation, I'm saving time because I kind of got behind. Okay. Randy's giving me a subliminal message. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Well, I have to go through here and read these comments real quick because I can't wait to get in here and see all my buddies, my bros. David says, I appreciate that, Peter. I love your personality as well. I feel like I'm hanging out with my favorite family member on Christmas morning. And that's why we're in the Christmas room. Doesn't this picture look pretty? The background is blurred. We're at f1.2. And it just looks very soothing. Okay, let's keep it going. Not that I don't want to talk to you, David. I just got to get through the rest. So Louis is saying goodnight to Randy. Oh, Sly's coming up in just a little while, in 15 minutes. Okay, good evening, everybody. Just about home, still driving, but I'm listening. Thanks, Fraser. I'm so glad. I'm going to call you Fraser tonight. I'm listening. So Louis is saying hi to Sly. Roy is top left equals 3000 K. Okay, that's the K. Kelvin temperature. Thanks. Because I would have to go back and play this back to see what that is, because I honestly can't read it. So it is telling you what the temperature of Kelvin is, okay? So now you guys, all you need to do is take a screenshot, and you know all my settings. So Sly is talking to Louis, and I'm sure Sly and Louis are going to be talking again in 15 minutes. Jeff, he's talking to Louis. So you guys that are intertalking, okay, I'm just saying them rather than putting them up, okay, so that I can get through the comments quicker. So Jeff is saying good night to Randy. Lewis is, thank you, Sly, and thank you, everybody. Woody says, by the way, the Z8 has a skin smoothing and clarity button and a sensor shield. Yay, the sensor shield. Wow. Canon's the only one that I know that has that. So how would I quickly switch? We'll do this on the next one. But this is the question, so you can be mulling it over. So if I want to quickly switch the shutter, the aperture, the ISO really fast, and Canon has it all there where all I have to do is tap on the screen, what would be something I could use on the Z8 to make up for that loss of the V mode? Okay, so Roy is talking to Woody, and Roy is talking to Jeff. Roy is saying, is there a 3 CFO? Don't recognize it. So, no, RD2D, RT2T is a joke, Peter. Oh, is that what it was? Thank God for you guys, Star Wars. All right, and the robot, what was the robot's name? Oh, thank you, Carlos. You guys I just have to go live 24/7. Isn't that C3PO? Yes, C3PO. Roy is talking to Woody. Scotty is saying, yes, yes, yes. Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking something else. So Roy is talking to Woody, and he's talking about the Z8. So you guys that want to know, read the comments, okay? So Woody's talking to Roy. Okay, good. I'm glad it's a lot of interactive. He's telling him it was the 1024. Woody is saying it's the 1024. Roy's saying, what's this brisket thing I hear about? Ooh, brisket. But it's baby back ribs I made tonight. But if you go to Peter's Kitchen, I've made brisket a few times, and it sucked every time. But then I broke the code, and I finally have a video out there, brisket in the Instant Pot that doesn't suck. How's that for a title? That's on Peter's Kitchen. So if you look underneath the video, you'll see hashtag Peter Gregg, hashtag Peter's Kitchen. Click on that, and you go there. So Lewis says, Roy, cockies are white parrots. Yeah, I could cook that too. Ooh, that was bad. Lewis says, thank you for the condolences, Peter. And friends, I love you, Peter. I love you too, Lewis. So, Jeff says, I hope the Z8 does not end up like the 90D. There are a lot of issues. I had to send mine back the first week of buying it. It was an easy fix, but a lot of people had the same issue. That stuff happens. And we are the guinea pigs. Have you ever heard that before? Let's send the camera out. They'll find what's wrong with it. Yes, Joe. Don't worry, Joe. Let's put the camera out in the market, Joe. And we'll, no, Mabel. Yeah, Mabel. We'll put the camera out, Mabel, and all the people. They'll find out what was wrong with it. What's wrong with Mabel? Mabel just shot me a bird. That woman, she is just impossible to live with. I don't know. I just don't know. So anyway, let's go back to sleep, Mabel. I have to talk to Roy. Roy is my friend. Yes, I talk to Roy. You be quiet. Just sit in that rocking chair and don't move, okay? Hi, Roy. How you doing? Moving is a bigger job than I thought. I've been moving since last August. And my buddy, my pal, the good boy of the room is Mark. How is it going, Peter? What's your take on thrift stores raising their prices, right? What was it? It was $1. The dollar stores are now $1.25, okay? So, and putting their expensive stuff that gets donated into an online auction site, in particular, camera-related. Well, welcome to America. The dollar stores, how much is it? It ain't $1 no more. You got that, Mark. I love you, Mark, by the way. You are loved, okay? So Roy is talking to Mark, and he's saying times have changed. Woody's talking to Roy and saying, I have 17 to 55 2.8 DX lens. Roy is talking to Woody. And Lewis is doing what Lewis always does. I love you, Peter, and I love you, Lewis. And Ray, Mr. Handsome, Friday stream part 2. What was part 1? Did I stream today earlier? No. Oh, I get what you're saying. It took me a second. I went live last night and I started streaming. And people started making a joke that I started early for the Friday stream. Okay, so there's a Thursday stream. And I think there was a Tuesday stream. So I get it, Raymond. I told you that's why I need you guys. Because you keep my AASS out of trouble. Okay, and I got to finish before Sly goes live. Hey, Peter, you know what? I was looking at both of your cameras. The Panasonic S52 and the Nikon Z. Guess what? I love both. I love both. Oh, no. Jeff has got me. He shot through the heart. And Jeff's to blame. You give love a bad name. Oh, I can't play air guitar. That is for Shane to do. And that's Baby Back Maniac. Shot through the heart. And Jeff's to blame. You give love a bad name. Butterscotch pudding and ice cream. I haven't tried that one, but guess what? I will be trying. Thank you, Roy. I'm supposed to be losing weight. Roy, the Z8 is my first full frame. He came from the D500. Okay. So Lewis, have a wonderful week, everyone. Stay safe. Love you all. Woody is talking to Roy. My D500 would be a hard camera to let go. It was a good camera, but I had the D750. That was a hard camera to let go. That was a really awesome camera. So Roy is talking to Woody. Woody's talking to Roy. And Sammy's here. How is the big boy of New Jersey tonight? My friend who has a friend that has a Tesla, who goes out in it regularly. I hope you boys, when you're out riding around, you think of me and say, like, Peter loves his car. You tell, I forgot, it's Joey. Joey, right? Joey's the one with the Tesla. Tell Joey I send him love. And I send you love too. So that is cool. Very, very cool, Sammy. Thanks for the hello. Sorry for coming on later. I forgot to come in. That's okay. At your age, I'm sure you've got 40 things to do tonight. So Jeff is saying good day to Sammy, and Woody is talking to Roy, and Woody is talking to Roy, and Roy is talking to Woody. Oh, okay. Now I get it. I'm keeping it straight. And Kyle says, I'll buy a bottle or two. I told you. I wound up being in business. God put me in business. I was not going to be in a spritzer business. I mean, you guys have known me for a few years, right? I made cookies. I make bread, but it's something that I do. I made a CD. It's something that I do. Now, it would take an act of God to put me in a spritzer business. And I'm not only spritzing regular stuff, I'm spritzing silver. And I'm spritzing as I talk over here. So, yeah, I think what really was the shock, Kyle, was my friend's wife, okay? Well, she's like a sister to me. The daughter has a daughter with the acne, okay? And they have been fighting that acne, and nothing is winning. They've done the Proactive, they've taken antibiotics, and the silver is helping. So there's something to be said about the medicine that they used 50 years ago. And the pharmaceuticals have thrown it away because, and AstraZeneca, if you can't pay for your medications, will help you stay hooked to our medication. Contact us. Okay. Maybe you need a song for a bottle. If I could save silver in a bottle, then the first thing that I'd like to do, I'd like to take the silver and sell it to you. That's the song. Time in a Bottle. Okay. So we have Song in a Bottle. Thank you, Sammy. I might actually use that. Photography is fun, but I just like videos so much better. I don't know why. And I don't know why. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so it's because you see more than... How long would you watch me do... it would get boring after a while. But if I do this, ow, and then sneeze, achoo, you'd sit and watch. That's why video is better than photography. It's live pictures. Roy says Z8 mode button. I'll have to look into that, Roy. I think he's answering my questions. I wanted to ask, our Pelican case is good for storing camera gear. They're the best. That's what photographers use when they travel, because the airlines have zero, nothing, nada respect for your gear. So that's why Pelican case was born, and that is what it's about. That is what it's all about. Okay, so Sly's giving me the hint. It's 11:26. Let's continue this next door and that's the link. So click on that link, and you'll leave me, and you'll go over to Sly. Sly. It's about Sly. Okay, so Roy is saying something to Sammy. You can cook it. You can cook it. That comes from some movie somewhere. All of the $2 shops are closing because of eBay. And Peter's singing as always. It's a part of what I do, Sam. I hope it doesn't bother you. Okay. So he says, sing it, Peter. Sammy, bo Sammy, banana, nana, fo Sammy, C5, fo Sammy, Sammy. That's you, buddy. I'm singing about you, Sammy. There's Sammy. Peter, I'm a bad boy. I can't seem to sell my old camera gear since 1978. I don't think I want to go in your closet. I think of Peter. Oh, you do? Yes, Joey. You have to call Joey and tell him that I was talking. Joey, you're a very handsome young man, and I'm very jealous of you because you have a Tesla. So I want to be friends with you so I can drive your Tesla and push you out of the car. No, I would never do that. I'm joking, Joey. Ask Sammy. I do a lot of jokes. So, Funny Fest. Just got to sit down for the night. Good evening, everybody. Okay, you're going to watch this on the rerun, okay, because I'm leaving to go to Sly. We must be careful with heavy metals, but silver is not a bad one. They take, this is new information, okay? Silver for medication. Guess what other metal they take for medication? Copper. They do the same thing where you drink copper, you drink silver, and it goes in there and acts like an antiviral. Now, you're not drinking chunks of it. You're drinking microscopic, and you're not drinking it by the gallon. Did I happen to mention a tablespoon? Hello? What the water that we drink out of the tap water, that's got heavy metals in it. And that's why I started distilling the water. Okay? So it's safe, Roy. It's safe. Roy says Pelican cases are too heavy to carry on baggage on planes, but that's where they're used. Jeff says, see you shortly, Sly. Sammy says, yes, and I made it to the end, and I got 2 minutes to spare, and we're over here on the S52. I am loving this camera more and more. Go read the comments in the links below at the Adorama site and see what the people that bought the camera are saying, and that'll give me another click. See how I slid that underneath? Okay, so the clicks are valuable because they're keeping track. I told you that before. All right, I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you every minute. You've got my back. And let me see who's texting me. Sammy is texting me. I'm not even finished. And Sammy is texting me already. Sammy, you're not too big for me to put you over my knee and spank you. Wait till I get off. Okay? Wait till I get off the live show. All right. Funnel Fest. I have used silver before. So we have a confirmation on that, folks. Thank you. Because I thought I was being weird. All right? Now, I've sold 4 bottles at $40 and they set the price. Okay, but that is what it cost up on Amazon anyway. So my friend must have looked it up. I don't know how she came up with that. I've used silver before. It works really well. I'll bet you those people that knew about silver, I bet they used that against 19. I bet they charged 19 with silver. Okay? And Sammy says, chicks are important. Oh, no, clicks are important. Well, they're both important. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for having a fun night with me tonight. And I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I am enjoying this camera more and more. So it didn't start off with a bang, but now I am loving. Hey, I'm talking about you and you leave. I am loving this camera greatly. All right. Good night. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.